Hi, Mark here. It is Monday, January the 12th, going on 8:30 a.m. Eastern. That's going on 1:30 p.m. GMT. US session well underway. Let's have a look how the market's shaping up. US dollar index, red candlestick, gapped lower to start the Asian session after closing last week at 98.89, opened to start the new trading week at 98.65 and has pushed lower, testing support right now at 98.43. I've got resistance at 98.76. So US dollar taking a breather, retracement from what we've seen for the past 2 weeks since through 2026. We'll see whether this can be maintained or if buyers do step in around this area at this level, and we see a resumption of US dollar strength and buyers look to bounce up off this level, off this area, and back up at the 98.76 resistance. But weak US dollar to start the US session. Let's have a look at the S&P 500. Still the futures market for another hour. Wall Street opens up at 9:30 Eastern. That's in about an hour's time. In the futures market, a sell-off in the S&P. I've got resistance at 7,000 and I've got support at 6,950. There you see the red candlestick, and that's following Friday's strong rally on the S&P and a new record high over 7,000. Those gains been given up so far to start the new week. We'll see whether that continues or whether buyers do step in and carry on with what we saw on Friday. But for now, red candlestick and a push lower in the futures market, waiting for Wall Street to open up. Gold, gold doing what gold does, a gap higher to start the new week. Closed last week at 4,509, opened the new trading week at 4,534, set or has already set a new record high at 4,612. Strong push higher, and that's going hand in hand with, I believe, weak US dollar, adding to this push that we're seeing with gold. Buyers will be looking at this 4,612, perhaps even higher. Remember, these moves are sharp, they're extreme, as gold trades in uncharted territory, no previous levels to work with. So that's why we see such strong, I believe, and extreme pushes on the upside. We'll see if that can be maintained now that the US session is underway. Let's have a look at Brent oil. Closed last week really on the front foot. You can see how this descending trend line, which has been in effect for about 6 months, that was clearly broken to the upside, continued on Friday. To start today's new session, this was a solid red candlestick, so definitely a push lower. Sellers did step in. I've got support at $62.75. I've got resistance at $63.55, but you can see the wick left behind here. So buyers are looking to continue what we saw at the end of last week. Buyers will be looking up at this 63.55, perhaps higher. Next level on the upside would be the $64 level, and that's the target that buyers will be looking for. If sellers are able to continue what they started earlier, they'll be looking below the $63 level and looking to test $62.72 on the downside. Bitcoin, Bitcoin, Bitcoin maintaining this sideways activity. Look at all these closes we've seen over the past few days, over the past week, all between $90 and $92, sitting right now at $90,000, sitting right now at 90.5 thousand. I've got support at 90,000, has been tested already, a strong support level. I've got resistance at 92.3 thousand. did try there earlier, but sellers did step in. We'll see now whether sellers can retest, break below this 90,000, try get back at least for a start to this 88,000 area where Bitcoin sat through the latter part of December last year. That was a comfort level. We'll see whether sellers can get back there or if buyers retest the 92,000, 92.3 and look up at the 94,000, this 94,000 area where buyers weren't able to uh, break above. And now sitting, as I say, at that 90,000 level, sideways for now, with neither side really able to make or hold on to any intraday moves. We'll see how that plays out. Good trading. Keep that discipline. I'll see you at the end of the day session.